If you get the opportunity to counter ambush in a robbery, you have to act definitively to end the threat. Want to take your knowledge beyond the narrated videos? Join us on Active Self-Protection Extra and subscribe for multiple videos every week to help you get better in your defensive skills. Hi everyone, this is John with today's Active Self-Protection lesson out of Brazil. Here we're going to see a robbery that goes terribly for the robber. And we're going to learn important lessons here about transitional spaces and how robbers use them. Also about the keys to launching a counter ambush and putting shots on target effectively to end the threat until the threat knows it's stopped. To the left we see our bad guys coming in, the guy in the striped jacket's our main perp. To the right, just an everyday at the convenience store, but the guy in the dark jacket in the back is armed as well. And so when our bad guy draws a gun and announces a robbery, our good guy's going to come up as well, draw his own firearm, and put 2 shots in the guy. Now, you see him kind of come around and his partner boogies out, and our primary bad guy is going to end up taking the room temperature challenge there. You see him finally put the gun down. Now, our good guy comes out from a different spot here, and now he is going to go and check in on the bystanders as well. Come over and kick that gun out of the guy's hand and take follow-up actions. Looks like he was shot in the left foot to me. The little bit of news that I had said that he was shot in the foot. Looks like the left one to me is the one that he's limping on that's hurt, but not so bad that he is out of the fight. And everyone is secure, and this one's over. Let's go back and think about some significant lessons out of this one. First of all, we always are operating from a deficit as defenders. The bad guy gets the first move as a CCW holder, and this is the first move as he pulls the gun out here. Now, you might have said, hey, he had his hand in his pocket or whatever, but you know, it could have just been cold here. However, now you have to see what's going on in your world, and in an armed robbery, you got to wait your turn. Now, our good guy does have a great turn here, number one, and number two, you see him look over to his right, our left, and see what that other guy is doing. And you know, knowing that what the accomplice is doing and whether he's armed as well, incredibly important, but he has the drop on this guy because the guy's not paying any attention to him. Great time to surreptitiously draw his firearm and get himself into a good position to shoot. Now, of course, you want to think about your backstop here. He's got the clerk behind the counter to worry about. So putting yourself into a position where that clerk is not your backstop, incredibly important. Now, you're going to see him take his first shot here. There's number one. And you might ask, was it justified for him to take a shot there because the guy wasn't pointing a gun at him? The answer is absolutely. That guy was a threat to everybody in there. And so therefore, he can stop that threat just as if it was directed at him himself. Here's our second shot. As our bad guy number two is starting to back the heck out of there and find better things to do with his day, you're going to have to put more than one shot in somebody many times. That first shot may not do enough to get him out of the fight initially. There's about a 0.6 split there on that first and second shot. But now our bad guy does get a say as well. As he's going down, he takes this kind of winged out shot. You can see it come out of the barrel right there. Just barely see the muzzle flash as the arrow pointed out. But he's got to stay in the fight. Our good guy has been hit by that. Looks like it hit him in the left leg, but he does stay in the fight. And I love that he goes somewhere else. He doesn't pop up in the same place, but rather he comes out at a different angle. And you can see him right there and his gun come up. You know, it's something that Pat Mack said on a video not long ago, that people are pre-programmed to pick up patterns of predictability. And this guy did not meet them. He popped up in a different spot so that if the guy was still a threat, he wasn't a threat where he was expecting him to come out of. And so that was incredibly wise. Now, doing the right follow-up thing. If you got to stay in the vicinity of a downed opponent, get that weapon out of their hand if you possibly can. And our good guy definitely did that here. And it looks like the bad guy is either badly wounded or taking the room temperature challenge to me. But getting that gun out of his way and way away from him would be incredibly important. Now you're going to see our good guy, as that's kicked a long way away from him, now decide to go out and see what's going on outside. This is one I would really strongly encourage you against. Nothing good's going to happen out there. That bad guy's either run the heck off or he's coming back to try to save his buddy, and you're better off finding yourself a good defensive position to defend yourself a second time from there. All in all, of course, our good guy did a really fantastic job here. He stayed in the fight even though he was injured a little bit, and he ended the threat, did what he needed to do, covered his asp.